Okay. God bless everybody. Thank you for tuning into this live stream. If you think of me, it will put you in a state of nothingness or put you in a state of love, life, because I'm in a state of love and I feel God. It's all the time. It's not off or on. So if you think about me, you will get into a state of love, a state of nothingness. It will put you in a state of enlightenment. Merely thinking of me, hey, I like your hair, or my physical representation. If you missed that, you're going to have to rewind it. But it is October 7th, 2025. And it's a little darker today. But the sky is absolutely beautiful. God bless you all. Hello, Bob Bell. Hello, Amelie. I'm getting better. How is everybody doing? I'm from Pennsylvania, East Coast. It's just moving, Joey. Tribbiani. Tribbiani. Hello, Mayshek Hill. Yeah, a lot of people come in from Australia. It's almost like every day people come in my live stream. Something I want to say, we are all friends in this game of life. You can see me as your best friend or your brother. I'm not here for sex, to exploit you. I'm not here to take advantage of you. Okay? So see me as a brother. You can always reach out to me. See me as a best friend. We are all friends. Woo! We are all life. And we're all connected. Even if you think we're not, we still have the same life. For life is in everything. Hello, Carol. Yeah. Praise to God. As long as He brings love into your life, you have to spread that love. We need to connect with one another. I'm feeling exceptional today, but we can always be our happiest and we always know we're on the right path when we're going for the Lord. Hey, what's up, boss? So, if you have the Lord on your mind, if you have life on your mind, you're always going towards the right way. And it will feel like the right way. Oh, I missed it. So it will feel like the right way. And also, keeping the Lord on your mind, He will make you the happiest. He will do it beyond your expectations. He will give you things that you can never even think about. He works in ways that defy your mind. He breaks exceptionally your expectations. You're pro-life. Thank you all for being here. Don't expect anything. Don't expect money back. Don't expect something from a friend. Because it's your expectations that you expect, that you project. You will be let down. And you've probably seen this, or you will see this. Don't expect nothing from family members, from the government, because no one's going to give you what God's going to give you. what life's going to give you. He's going to give you everything you need. So be calm. Don't expect nothing. And you will get everything. You highly doubt that? Well, your doubts will burn in the fire. Hello, Final Destination. You can avoid woman if you want to. The greatest part about life is to feel it. There's no such thing as living it, because you're always living it. And whatever you do, it's for you to feel it. That's why you do anything. So, we must spread our love. That's the message of today. Helping people. Whether you believe in God or not, even an atheist, we are talking about life itself. Doing good for others, helping the world. When you help the world, you help yourself. That's great, you're a millionaire. Yeah, I can always help you. We're always caught up in me. You get caught up in the self-ego. And then you forget about the rest of the world. If you help the world, we should reach out to people. The world will help you back. God will give you all of that and more. God bless you all. I am a Pokemon. See, we don't only just help people, we also need to help the environment. We need to help the animals. Okay? Let's get this on camera. God is in everything, and He is everywhere. Without God, there would be no life. Life as we know it. None of this would exist. You wouldn't be living. You wouldn't be able to go to work, play a video game, even have sex. You wouldn't be able to read a scripture, to do all the fun things you like to do. So be thankful before you do something, so you can transfer that energy to whatever you're doing. And so you can thank God. And He's in the wind. He's inside of you. That's why we also have to take care of the environment. We have to look out for animals. Treat them with perseverance. That they get to go to heaven, right? Hello, Katarina. Amen, Daniel. Final Destination's been in here for days. If Tweaker Talk is the talk of life, then I'm all for it. Nothing feels better than the life you are. The life that is. You should be the happiest you've ever been. How could you not be? For this life is happiness. How could you not be happy? We should be jumping up and down with joy. No exceptions. Everything is beautiful. Only you can tear your happiness down. So be the happiest you can be. You've been living life. You should only be getting happier. You should only be getting more loving. I love all you guys. Hate can do no harm. Evil can never hurt you. It can't pierce the soul. And when you're with life, you are in positivity. You are shielded by God. So reign with this positivity. Let the whole world know. Spread this positivity. Okay? And spread your love. Your love's not just meant for you. If you feel love, then it's time for you to spread it. Hello, Rodrigo. It's time for you to spread your happiness. If you hold back your happiness only to yourself, or if you just hold it back, then you restrict your happiness. We have to let everything flow. So show the world. Love animals. Connect with a tree. Touch soil. There is no one better than somebody else. Okay? There's no one smarter than someone else. We're all equal. And nothing can get to you. Only when you let it affect you. Stuff only affects your mind. Think of everything you've ever analyzed. It happens through the mind. The mind is a simulator, but you can go above and beyond the mind. You can transcend to heaven. You can transcend outside of the flesh, of the wants and the needs of who you are. Because who you are, once you feel this, you know everything. You're satisfied forever. When you feel the life you are, you feel eternal happiness. You feel all of life. You feel love. Thank you, Carol. Katharina lives in Greece. Or Katarina. It's a heathen movie. Yeah. When we go above the mind, when we see the mind, it's not our working. We become aware of what we're thinking. We become aware of how things make us feel. Okay? How the how when we scan our body, it's always telling us what is right. It feels right. If it feels wrong, then you don't do it. Because then it will feel wrong to you. And you know this before it happens. We can be aware of our thoughts, and then we can change our intention to make it good, to make it positive. Then we feel good. We align with the Lord, with life. Life is positive. There's nothing better than this. There's nothing outside of this. Bring your joy to the world. Be expressive. Be creative. Be thoughtful of others. Don't lie. Don't hide. And do what makes you happy. Do what you feel the most. Thank you, Logan Harder. Matthew White. That is just all concepts of the head. We are meant to break the simulator. We are more powerful than the simulator. We are more powerful than the archons. We are here to break this all. To break the whole illusion. Whatever's on your mind, that's when it exists. If you're not thinking about China and you're in America, then China really doesn't exist. The only valid thing that exists is when you're thinking about it. So how does the devil exist when you're not thinking about it? It doesn't. Your thoughts program and project your reality. But if you feel your life, there's no need for thinking. And all your thoughts turn positive. The only goal of life, of your life, is to actually feel it. Why you exist is to spread happiness, to be creative, and to get out of your thinking mind. Me, 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 me. It's always about you. You want to feel life. You want to feel the Lord. There's always balance in the universe. I'm not preaching for money. That's just something, for some reason, it's a thought you're glued to. Hello, Ghost Samurai. You know where I am? I'm with the Lord. Where else could I be? I'm not preaching, Velkin. I'm making you feel. Not too many people in the world make you feel this. Though it's always here, people have forgotten it. They got too distracted. They're not thankful for what they have. Money is just a concept of the mind. Host is in New Jersey. No. I think you overestimate your abilities. I'd rather, first of all, that's you thinking. I feel the Lord working through me. And none of that matters. As long as I feel Him, doesn't matter what anybody says. Doesn't matter what anybody does to me. And more importantly, I'd rather overestimate my abilities than underestimate myself. And simply, I'm not overestimating anything. This is exactly how I feel. There's nothing else to feel. Thank you, Vendetta. Okay, Matthew White. Ed Sherwin and Charles Manson. Money is bad too. Yeah, it's just, everything is just the way you perceive it. No one will ever change your mind. Only you can change your mind. You could say money's good. A second ago, you said it was bad. I said that woman, you don't like that woman. Next moment, you could like her. You can immediately change any thought that you have. So then, does that render it pointless? Or how much value does it have? The all-knowing, everything you want to know inside your head, you know that through the feel of it. That's when you know something is for real. It's when you feel. Me, this tree, the air, you, all of this reality, you can get all the knowledge you want, but it has a fundamental feel to it. You can tap into the feel, thus you know everything. It's not intellectually, though. The information or the code that you want, it actually comes from feeling it. And with this fundamental feel of all this reality, all of the universes, is love. It is the feeling of aliveliness. Everything else is a distraction, and it's subpar. Yeah, our energy is worth way more than they give us for it. Karma angel. Yeah. The best thing, hey, the best thing is to feel life now. Yeah, super ogre. That's a cool name. Yeah, everything, you got to understand, your whole interpretation of reality is whatever you think about it. And if it's negative, negative consequences will happen to you. The feedback of reality is whatever you think of it. Simple. So if you always choose positivity, you always reap good results. Furthermore, you can change your perspective any second. You can change it right now. I hate money. I love money. It's when you get so caught up in an idea, especially if it's negative, that then you're stuck with this idea and you perceive the world as the negative idea. Yeah. I 100% agree with you, Super Ogre. Rodrigo, before my body got messed up, I completely stopped going to the gym. I've worked out all my life. Probably one of the most intense people that ever, from 13 to 21. Basically, I couldn't work out anymore. I think exercise is the best feeling in the world. Well, it's what always called me. And our bodies are meant to move. So that's a great question. I think calisthenics, that's all I used to do. Like, after I stopped going to the gym, I recommend doing those. And they're the best for the body. I don't recommend forcing your body to do super long workouts. This is what I've come to. David Goggins, no. I don't recommend even lifting weights to your maximum or to where you struggle, it's stressful. And there's a bunch of other stuff we can be doing. Also, if you put all your maximum energy into working out, you won't have energy to do other things, which is counterproductive. And you can say that, Wayne, that, it's my opinion. All opinions are welcome. All perspectives are welcome. No, all hate is welcome. When you hate, you restrict your life. That's what actually happens. You restrict your field. And you block your connection towards all of life. Therefore, you don't feel life. You feel ugly. And you feel restricted or limited. If you hate right now, if you set it to a side for a second and just say, oh, you love me, or you love this, then you feel good. You immediately don't feel the hate anymore. Hate is confinement. It's jail itself. Too legit to play. We'll just have fun with it. Life is about making fun with it. And you didn't make mistakes. There's no such thing as a mistake. You just wanted to experience something. And that's it. It's not a good or a bad thing. Everything is pushing you towards the good and the better of humanity. Whether you think it or not, you experiencing something is positive. It is good. And if you don't like how something makes you feel, well, you have the power of the choice, the power of now, to choose the stuff you do, what does make you feel good. So everything we don't like is showing us to the things we do prefer. And this is a very good thing. Thank you, Justin Leck. I don't think you make stupid mistakes. We just become conscious. There is none of the past. There is no mistakes. They were all leading you up to here. To become so present in the moment that you feel life and nothing of it. You feel nothing from the past. Hello, Kelsey. I do agree with barter, B dubs. We should be more so bartering. And you can barter. You can change it right now. Got another. And there is people around the world that barter. There's people around the world that stay in villages. They don't deal with money. There's people who hate money. There's people who love money. And there's people who are greedy about money. Which one is right? Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna go to the beginning of the comments. Hello, little Miss Sunshine. There's nothing to trim. What is long to you is not long to me. James Dillon. Thank you, little Miss Sunshine. Yeah. Obviously, when you're willing to do anything for money, you're not doing what you love. Therefore, you go against life. Many people on YouTube and many people live their life chasing money. Well, you shouldn't be chasing money all your life, for one. Two, that's not the goal of life. The only goal is to do what you like, to do what you love. And if you don't go after this or do that, there'll be repercussions. We get it, you love men. Yeah, it's all intuitive. We can speak to our ancestors. All we need is focus. You can contact Jesus. You can contact the Lord. Okay? You can contact the plant right here. We communicate with our dog. We may think we're using sounds, which really hold vibrations. And the dog connects intuitively. This is how we're all strung together. Through the feel of things. But underneath all your emotions, ideas, and whoever you think you are on the head, there's something sustaining this. It's the power of life. And you can actually feel life itself. It's pretty much a separate entity. This is what they call God. And you can never know it. You can't feel it. through the mind. Because you feel it just through the body. All right. Do you serve cash? I've never served cash. Do you believe in nature or inner thoughts? I try to stay away from any type of extra thinking. I don't know what you're actually asking though, but I try not to think at all. And I just feel all the time. And again, I just feel the Lord, which is peace, happiness. You'll never see me hate on anyone. I can't do that. Nor will I ever judge anybody. Yeah. Yeah, Richie Rich. Or Ricky Rich. Yeah, you'll be blessed, Carol, coming in this chat. Everybody already is blessed. You just don't know it yet. If you feel the life you are, you automatically feel the happiest you'll ever get. Get up. Everything you feel everything comes from the inside. If you get mad, you get mad from the inside. You get irritated from in here. If we become watchful, then we can override all of our emotions and choose the best routes. Choose the best thoughts. Yeah. You are life. This is the greatest thing ever. Yeah. Everybody wants to feel life. Thank you, Jay Lamb. I've used everything just about, however, nicotine is my only addiction. Yeah. I mean, you're not really addicted to once you become aware of it, because then you can make a choice. You may make the same choice, but an addiction is something you don't really know that's going on. You're not aware. Yeah. So a habit is something you keep doing, but you're not necessarily aware. You're doing it unconsciously. But karmic addiction, yeah, I mean, it is a true thing. It's all happening at once. Yeah. You can't refute the world. How's it going? Terrific. You can't get angry at the world. You're only getting angry at yourself. You're angry at the thought. For it's just happening. Something you get angry about. You're not accepting the way that it is. Hello, Green Pilgrim. Happy birthday, D-Clan Mayaz. Greetings from Germany. I hope you eat some steak tartare today. Yeah, that's actually my favorite. Yeah. Yeah. The dog is simply, he's always in spirit. He's always connecting to everything around him or her. Yeah. Yeah, the devil can't hurt you, it's true. You could only think that he hurts you. Yeah. Again, the devil's only relevant to when you think about him. If you don't believe in magic, if you don't believe in the devil, how could they ever affect you? How many gods do I believe in? Thank you, Leslie McFarlane. There's only one God. Yeah. And they all connect to God. Even Lucifer, he wants to be in the light. He wants to feel the love of God. He only wants to feel this. And his perspective is always trying to get back to getting this love. He is a representation of going outward for God's love, trying to get it externally. But what he fails to realize is the life is beaming inside of him. The love that he's searching for is already him. But he's masked with his emotions. He's caught up in his limited ideas. Yeah. So he doesn't feel his life. Mrs. Sunshine 22. What is it that you like and love to do? I love helping people. You know, I love walking. It's my favorite thing to do. You know, hiking. Good conversations. I love laughing. Whatever I feel to do in the moment. And I love talking about God. Yeah. Some things I would like to do. One day, like sail across the ocean. So stay on a boat for like a whole week. You know, I'd like to talk to everybody and visit every country. So explore like wild places. Do you believe in evolution? The real evolution is in the spirit. Okay. So we are evolutionized by our intentions and waking up to awareness. When you are just an awareness, and how long you can keep it. So how long can you focus on something without moving your head and being distracted by thoughts? This is God himself. He is in between your thoughts. He is in between your words. And in the silence. So we evolutionize more so metaphysically. Yeah. More importantly, it can't really be seen. But we could talk about that way longer. Yeah, we are God's consciousness. I've never made movies in LA, but I guess that I would look like somebody who does that. Hello, too legit to play. That's a cool name. People usually want love from somebody else. We must give love. But people usually try to get love through sex. But again, you will feel that inside of you. There's a much greater love than physical touch. It is actually the feeling inside of you. Hello, MK. God bless all you guys. I appreciate all your viewpoints. All your comments. I appreciate all you guys for living. Just for living. No, I never made movies. And I wish all you guys happiness. Love could have been winter. I'm in Pennsylvania, J Lamb, but close enough. I, you know, the music that I like, maybe because my body's messed up, and I don't like the stimulation of it. The silence. I prefer the silence. That's a great question. If I could get a little cricket and put them on my windowsill, I would love to listen to that. Yeah. I like upbeat music, but I've always liked very specific music. Yeah. So, but again, like someone playing the violin, I would prefer them to play slowly. I don't like when somebody goes da 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 da. I just don't. Yeah, I don't want that right now. I feel a lot of music, to me, is overstimulating, or it's very emotional, and I don't want to feel sadness. Like if you ever listen to a sad song, and actually like hear the lyrics, more so you're feeling it, it can take a weight from the feeling of your life, and you kind of become like focused on that, and therefore it will make you sad. Yeah. So I don't really like listening to sad music. Yeah. Yeah, but there's sounds going on like all the time. So that is music in itself. Yeah. Someone was like cutting a tree down yesterday, but the way the leaves were shaking, it had a pleasant sound. You love working, Kai McKenna or Cal? Yeah, because working puts you into a non-thinking state, but people don't realize this. So you're just there, and all the thinking on your head, well, all your problems, they literally vanish once you become caught up in the activity. Then you just feel the most amazing. Beaming inside, free of thought, Carl John from the Whales. Lucifer wants to try to get above God, but you can't. You can't become more than life. How would you do that? What's outside the ice walls? I became fascinated with what's outside of the ice walls about like 9, 10 years ago. So it's not something new to me. I think there's green above the or outside of the ice walls, and we should be allowed to go there. We should be allowed to go anywhere we want. For yeah, yeah. Even like Antarctica, I believe at one time was a forest, or it was. Yeah. So to answer your question, there's stuff outside of the ice walls. Yeah. Eventually, there'll be like where you can't go out any further. And maybe there's not. Like maybe there's not anything, which would be funny. But like, I don't really like contemplate on aliens or going to the ice wall anymore, because it just leads to more thinking. And it's just like, if I can't go to the ice walls, like maybe I could if I tried and tried. But it's just, I don't feel the call to do that. Whereas when I was 21, 20, it kind of interested my mind. First time hearing about it. If you can go to the beyond the ice walls, it's actually very easy. You go there in the spiritual world. You can find out anything in the spiritual world. And this is when you literally wake up in your dreaming, so you will control it, and you become conscious in your dream. Then you can directly go to what they call the astral world, which is heaven. And you can see all of the world and see anything you want. Yeah. So do you see, like, you can physically go there in your body, but also you can go there in heaven. Yeah. You would never believe in one God? Well, your opinion is welcome. Yeah. Hello, Lei Sang. You're native Cherokee? Yeah, I love the Native Americans, Indians. I've always had an interest in them. And my best friend is 100%. Cherokee. Kiki. So my best friend is 100% Cherokee. Ironically. It's not invisible sky daddy. It's simply when you feel your life. Okay? When you become still enough, this is when you feel him the most. Hello from Argentina, Lionel. You're a Mohawk. Nice, nice. You have only seen heaven once? Well, there's actual techniques to do this. So, but the best thing to feel is your life right now. You do that in your sleep. Past loved ones, they're still living. Jason, Meza, you can connect with them anytime because it just matters on your intention. Yeah. The love is still living. Yeah. Just people just change out of their physical bodies. There are also rituals to connect to your ancestors. Even your dog and cat is still there in spirit. Documented on my other channel. What is real and who. What is real is just. It's whatever that you feel. It's the feel. On the mind, it's whatever you're thinking apparently becomes real. What am I? I'm starting to think that I'm just an AI, or at least the body is AI. But then the mind is too, because it's all patterns. Yeah. And once you feel your intuition, you're basically being guided. Okay? So, great questions, though. Cherokee doesn't call all our Creator God and Jesus. Yeah. Every culture has a different name. And Christians, some of them they 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 literally hate on Native Americans. They'll call it they'll call them witches, and they'll demoralize them. So that's not loving, and anything that goes against love, I don't represent that. But everyone's feel free to have your own opinion. You know, I'm not forcing anything. I'm not trying, I don't want you to believe anything. I do want you to be as happy as you can be. And I want you to feel your life. It's what you want to feel. More importantly, we should never force anything. See, I'm gonna sit down, I guess. Our struggling is more so through our thoughts. And it's so we go back and find Him. Eventually, this is all a play. And it's all an illusion. This is the greatest school. And that's why it's the hardest. But if usually it's not the situation going on. It's you are mentally capping it as, oh, this is really hard. Why is this happening to me? Why is this negative or bad? All those are quote unquote not real. And that's just the way that you're categorizing it. Hence, nothing is bad in nature. It's all living and it's all positive. Yeah. So chill in person. It seems that you were being nice the other day, but now you turned it around. And then you're throwing words in my mouth. You're not on your own because the sun comes up. You eat your food and you don't do nothing to digest it. If you get a cut, it heals on its own. But what is on its own? It's happening through the life force, which is everything. Even your idea and your thought, where can I locate it? It's not really there. It vanishes. But I do agree with Mike in accepting with whatever's going on in reality, because once you're okay with whatever happens, then you're completely happy and also peaceful. So being with it's okay, then you have no problems. The only reason anybody's upset is because they have a problem. The problem is you're not accepting it. You're not accepting life. You people don't have money must value something more than money. That's very introspective, MK. Chill in person. I haven't seen any of your comments yet. You must have like just came in here. There was a big spider. I don't know what you mean, Claire G. Privilege. Yeah, yeah, it has emergency preparedness. The weak-minded need imaginary friends. Well, it sounds like you want to get to know this friend. Life is always working for you, and Mike, that would almost refute or defute, because there are kids, they have imaginary friends, and I don't know if you would call that weak-minded or stupid, but sometimes your imaginary friends are better than the real ones. But I'm not talking about God either. Also, uh, the kids are babies. They can actually be talking to, a soul, a good soul. You've probably heard about babies. They can see ghosts, which more and more of the time it's positive souls. My thoughts on acid? Uh, if you're happy, then it doesn't matter what you do. I'm more pro whatever you want to call it. Uh, drugs. I'm not against them, and I accept everybody. Yeah. I've never had interest in doing any of those things, so I never did them. If I did have an interest, then I would have went and done whatever it was. Even if it was a super hardcore drug, such as whatever. If I felt it, I wanted to do it. This is how I always dictated my life. Yeah. But acid, there's nothing wrong with it. Um, But if you're searching for something more, what you're searching for is to feel the life inside of you. And contrary to belief, all you will not find spirituality through drugs. You will not find enlightenment through drugs. 0.001 or 0.01 is going to find actual enlightenment through a drug. I've never seen it happen. I've never heard of it happening. But there is a possibility. Yeah, I don't know what you mean about clergy privilege. Probably completely wrong, as in, yeah, priest, you know, I'm basically, you know, not those priests, but I'm a priest in myself. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I don't agree with any privilege of anything. No one is higher than you other than God or life itself. Yeah. But the priest shouldn't be doing all those things that they do. Maybe they're paid to do it. Thus, they go against their own life. Lucky duck. My channel is about actually experiencing and the feel of life. Really everything. Cybernode baddies. What's the word for talking and thinking things into reality? It's just the vowels. Yeah. They create shapes. Though we don't physically see the shapes sometimes. Ooh. O. E. No. Just basically the first sounds of a baby. These are where a boss. The basis of all our words come from. So a baby, his first word is gonna be most likely, because it's a yeah, Om and Amen, which is Om. So a baby, another first mutterness is but. Hence the word baby, but baby. It comes from the baby itself. And all words are just sounds. But we've just gone so customized in them that we identify. There's also a word in India. It's the same word as priest, basically, or guru. It's called baba. And so is the thing that the baby sucks on. Baba. Also, bottle. Bottle. All these words are the same thing. But, 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 but. And then that means for the butt you have. So, all words are from one word. Thank you, Shroon Tat. And I'd love if you have to hear more about your Cherokee heritage. That was very interesting to talk about. Yeah, but Fort Lauderdale. Nice to see you, TJ Farmer. Nothing wrong with imaginary friends. Could be, the soul of your lost dog. Could be an angel trying to contact you. Stupid people have imaginary friends. You're basically calling babies and kids stupid. Yeah. I believe it, Jason Meza. Yeah. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, what we all want, because it wreaks havoc on our mind. We want to be free of thinking. Then we enjoy life. Then we feel life, and it guides us. Yeah. You can feel energy from your ancestors. That's why when you go to places, the environment will hold certain energies, um, such as the what do they call it? The devil's neck. Uh, Whatever the thing is on the West Coast. Basically, used to be a huge tree, but it's a huge plateau. It's not really called the devil's whatever, and I know people are trying to change it. Yeah. The Grand Canyon, you can feel energy there. You can feel energy next to an ocean. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm located at Pennsylvania, Stan. What's my favorite planet other than Earth? Huh. All right. Don't really know that one, to be honest. Yeah. Maybe the inner Earth. But I guess that's still a Earth in itself. If you walk off the Grand Canyon, well, technically you would die, but your soul would go to heaven, so you would be saved. Uh, I haven't thought about like my bodily features since like 19 years old. And so it's been about 11 years. I don't really think about my hair, and noticeably my teeth, and really any body feature. I don't think about it. More importantly, I just don't even see it. People actually see you more than you see yourself. Yeah. But simply, I don't want to lose my hair or my teeth. But if it happens, such as losing my hair, well, then it happens. And simply, life is happening. We are all much more than the flesh. And this body will go too one day. Yeah, I simply just don't even think about it, lucky duck. I like that. And even more so, I actually do like my hair long. And I've never got to experience this all my life. What's your favorite flavored ice cream? I eat ice cream almost daily, but chocolate ice cream, probably with peanut butter, and probably with some jelly. So like peanut butter jelly ice cream. Woo. Yeah. So like some fresh jam, homemade. But I'm a big fan of chocolate. That's a great question. And also, I actually went to this farm, so I got fresh, raw cream, and it's the best food in the world. Yeah. Anybody that, while I do agree with some people when they say, oh, we're not meant to eat dairy or suck on cows' titties, I'll gladly suck on a cow's titty, for one. Two, while their thinking and logic is correct, I will say I can agree with that. The argument or the problem with it is every time that I eat dairy, I feel amazing and it tastes amazing. So they must be wrong. Yeah. I appreciate you, Wavy T, for the curiousness. for the questions. I hope you're all happy. To be happy. May the Lord be with us. Yeah. Yeah. That's like the key point. May the Lord be with us. Is it's only when we worry that we feel bad or we have to do something. Worrying, it makes us feel negative. I know, there's a worm. Sorry. There. Probably came out because it's raining. Beautiful worm. Yeah, I mean, I love your outlook too. May the Lord be with us. Um, Even when we die, whether it's completely of starvation, even when we don't get what we want, quote unquote, even when we run out of air, we're going back out of this flesh. We won't have to deal with eating, breathing. We'll be completely satisfied. So all of this is just temporarily. What's up, boss? A lot of people don't think they can enjoy life. Maybe it's a Christian, but it's just they become too serious. It's life. The more serious you become, the more unfun life becomes, and the more dead you become. Yeah. Most importantly, I see a lot of monks and Buddhists. Just anybody of any profession, they always get so serious. We should be looking up to people that are full of life and happy. What do you mean what happened to this community? Oaf? Yeah, they say that there's many, like some cultures, there are quote unquote smaller gods. They're just to remind you of the bigger God. And they're just meant to be a physical representation. Because God, everything doesn't have a physical representation. It's omnipresent. Therefore, through the personalities of, the demigods or deities, that's where they express it. In the physical representations. So. Can we smoke weed? Yeah. Feel the life inside of you and see how it makes you feel. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with anything. But if you're running from your life, or if it makes you feel worse, if you actually feel worse, then you shouldn't do that. That is God or life telling you itself, hey, this is making me feel worse. That's why you feel it. People that do something like, opium, first of all, they just want to feel the life inside of them. It's that simple. They get caught up thinking, more importantly, that they need it or they're addicted. And it's really just the thought dependency. They're searching for love. Everybody wants it. And so the opium might change their thinking to positive. It may even make them feel God for a little bit. But it always wears down. Yeah. So there's nothing bad about that either. But hence, it can make you feel like shit afterwards, maybe even during. When you do anything, most importantly drugs, it's not just a one feeling thing. There's a cycle of things that go on. Same with sex. You could feel amazing the first 5 minutes. But then 5 minutes later, you feel like absolute shit. Sorry for the swear. So, people, usually it makes them feel like shit. But their mind is the one that keeps telling them, oh, but I want that hit. The hit's already inside of you. But if you don't mind losing that, hello, Jeremy. Yeah. Excludes pain for a price short term. Yeah. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just how everything makes you feel. That is life talking to you. If I'm around somebody, it doesn't affect me as much. But let's just say I am around someone and I feel I don't want to be around them. It's nothing to do with my thinking. I just don't want to be around that energy. It will be repulsive to you. You're That's hilarious. Yeah, I did sit down for like, 5-10 minutes. But I was just walking for the video, for exercise. I was walking for usually when the sun is out, but today's been one of the darkest days. Yeah. But that's hilarious. You said that, shroom tat. Walking so long you got tired. Well, I actually need to eat something because my body needs to. So that brings something very interesting. So thank you for that. There is like Alaska. They have 30 days of darkness, which is just crazy. And there's also places in the world where I think there's 6 months, or at least 3 months. Hey, boss. Of total darkness. And then there's like 3-6 months of complete sun. The only people that will look for a devil, and the only way to find him would be you would have to feel fear. That's the only time he can pop up. Well, I'm glad that, you're recovered, J Lamb. Thank you for all your contributions. What's up, guys? Thank you for all your love. And I'm glad that, your Mary Jane helps you. Maybe, and it's just helping you in the moment. There could be a moment where you don't need it anymore, you know? Obviously, there's some stuff that it's used for actually medicinal uses. So even nicotine itself has medicinal, that's what it was used for originally. Can we get a fridge tour? I've done them before, but I'm going to be moving. And when I get with my friend, I will definitely do a fridge tour. I'm not afraid to show anything, though it will be somewhat of their fridge too, our fridge. Great question. Yeah. The world is our environment. It's our home. There's just people that are separated in their mind that made us in all these separate houses. And simply we're It's eventually going to be undone. Can you listen to some EBZ? Yeah, nice to see you, breadwinner. Have you heard of High Elves? I don't know if that's like a band, but if you're talking like a real life elf, yeah, they have them in the cookie commercials, the Nestle commercials, and they are real. You know, they're just not necessarily. We can't see them through our body, and they're only real because people have seen them. That's where they even came up with the drawing. You're smoking right now. Hello, Jimbo. Jimbo. Oh, you're in PA too, J Lamb. Yeah. Like I'm gonna be moving though, and I was actually supposed to a while ago. But I'm gonna also next year. I'm gonna be going around the world. So, but we're doing the same thing that we're doing now. Don't eat at the same table as evil. Yeah, because the food, it gives you energy, and if you're around negative energy, or if people see you eating food, so they can actually influence your food. Yeah, they can. Through their thoughts. That's why it's not necessarily good to eat food on live streams. Yeah. So they can negatively affect your food. Um, that would be what some people call magic. Also, if you're around someone angry, uh, you know, then it's has a chance of making your food and environment angry. For example, if an angry person serves you food, well, there's a big chance you might become angry, or the food may not be as good for you. Yeah, last thing before I go, I actually seen that movie 30 Days of Darkness a long time ago. And we talked about vampires like 2, 3 days ago. But I know exactly what you're talking about. But we talked about the beginning of that of live stream. How vampires are real. Yeah, but that's interesting. Yeah, they are very real. Yeah, we talked about the how they are physically, and more importantly, it's mentally. Goat milk. Yeah, I just don't. I will be getting goats. I'll show a video of it. Actually, but I don't have goats. Like goat milk is, it's very hard to get. Yeah. Well, if you get raw milk, J Lamb, raw milk is on a whole nother level. It's a whole nother milk in itself. Um, I'm always on your side, breadwinner. You know, there's only one side. The side of good. The side of life. Yeah. We will be on tomorrow morning and presumably every morning for the rest of my life. Right around 7 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah. Yeah, Ulf. Oof. You're talking about just Mother Nature. Thank you. May the Lord be with us. Yeah. Satan does always lose. He only thinks he's going to win. Which, yeah. You can't go against life. Because, yeah, you're just opposing what's naturally happening. Okay. So that's all magic in a negative manner. It just goes the opposite towards a life. That's all it is. Yeah. Devil's resisting love. It's like you're trying to go up a river by swimming up it. And if you've never swam up a river, or just even in one, you realize that you'd rather just go along with it. Being evil or negative, really, it's too much work. How are the chickens? I'm going to be getting more chickens, actually, MK. And when the little chicken, when it sits, I just think it's the cutest thing ever. You know, it really puts you in the moment. And I just find it so beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, it's something different when you have chickens. And I actually enjoy, like, actually taking care of them. not really a task, quote unquote. It's actually fun. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of true. That is true off. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, that was the beginning of our message, Samuel 11. But thank you all. May happiness fill your lives. And may you do what calls you the most. I love all you guys. See me as a brother. Thank you, Shroon Tat. Fish Shark. Thank you, Carol. And Renee. Oh, you're gonna see me. It's my wish. Have the best day. Make that choice that makes you feel the most. That's your God. Yeah, my will. Shroon Tat. You're gonna have to explain to me what that means. I'll see you later, Jay Lamb. God's will, yes. Thank you all for being here and all your comments. Even if you have opposed views,